In 1977, the first spacecraft to travel to space left Earth, so NASA decided to attach a message for extraterrestrial life: the Golden Record. That was a kind of time capsule intended to communicate a story of our world to extraterrestrials. Lost among the stars, this time capsule is unlikely to come across intelligent life. However, there exists some evidences that might prove that aliens could have been among us and we haven't been aware of it. We are talking about some photographs taken by people who claimed they have been abducted by aliens, while other photos came from whistleblowers telling that the US government is involved with aliens. UFOs, Alien Autopsy, Area 51, these are 15 mysterious alien photos that science has hidden for years. Number 15. The Gulf Breeze UFOs. The Gulf Breeze UFO incident was a series of claimed UFO sightings in Gulf Breeze, Florida in 1987. These photos were taken by Ed Walter, whose photographs were considered to be the most realistic-looking UFOs on camera. The man, who believed he was targeted by extraterrestrials in the yard of his house, managed to take multiple shots with a Polaroid camera. These pictures show a kind of rounded spaceship with a great light in the bottom. It's possible this photo is double exposure, but it's something really difficult to get by using a Polaroid. So if that's what's going on here, we have to say this man did an incredible job. Number 14. Alien goes for a walk in Chile. In early 2017, Germán Pereira took a photo of an alien creature crossing the road in the Forest Park in Santiago, Chile. While the photo is blurry, you can supposedly see two horse-mounted police officers riding down a tree-lined path in an area of woodland. But walking across the path between the two cops is something that resembles a greenish alien-like creature. Pereira told the Journal Express, "I was interested in taking a photo of the mounted patrol. I saw the alien the next day when I downloaded the photo. I was impressed, that's all. I saw it with a colleague and we found it odd. It's rather shocking. I'd never had any experience of this type, nor was I very involved in UFO or alien matters. All I know is that it isn't a photographic error." However, Scott Brando, a forensic UFO and alien investigator who runs a hoax-busting website, said it was a definite case of pareidolia. He said the image had been proven to be a dog that had blurred on the image as it turned its head. He also provided a drawing to illustrate how this happened. Taking this into account, now you can judge for yourselves. Number 13. Alien base on the moon. As you all know, the NASA satellites send photos of the surface on the moon, taking thousands of pictures of its rocky surface and beaming them back to Earth. But in 2016, one of those images showed proof that aliens might have built a base on the moon, according to a prominent UFO hunter named Scott C. Waring. This looks like something that humans would make, which means the species who made it probably look a bit like us, he claimed. The M-shaped structure is a base of operations for lunar extraterrestrials, which may even also function as a spacecraft if necessary. Writing on an alien conspiracy blog, UFO Sightings Daily, Scott said, "Here is a great example of a structure on our moon. You can make out the details of its white surface and its sharp 90-degree corners." Number 12. Dulce Base. The Dulce Base is one of the most secretive military bases in America, an alleged underground facility located on the Colorado-New Mexico border near Dulce, New Mexico. It supposedly houses a myriad of species of aliens who work next to each other to keep the research facility functioning. According to Thomas Edwin Costello, allegedly a former Dulce Base security officer, he took a photo that shows one of the many aliens he worked with. During his time there, Costello worked alongside reptilians and greys, but why they allowed him to take a photo remains unsolved. Is Dulce Base the new Area 51? Number 11. UFO Crash Victim. In the annals of American UFO history, few incidents have inspired as much fascination and speculation as the one in Roswell, New Mexico. The incident took place in 1947 when the U.S. Army Air Forces sent out a shocker of a press release, announcing they had recovered an alleged flying saucer. The recovery of debris and bodies and the ensuing cover-up by the military was of such magnitude and so shrouded in mystery that 70 years later, there are still more questions than answers. Books have been written and TV documentaries have been filmed. Witnesses have come forward, skeptics have issued rebuttals to the incident, and the debate continues. However, we don't know the story of this photograph. Could this be one of those aliens? An alien from a similar incident? Or is it a hoax perpetrated by someone who excels at applying trauma makeup? Number 10. Two little alien men. And here you have another photo that comes from the Dulce base in New Mexico, where aliens and US military worked alongside reptilians in order to perform experiments on the human race. An explosive engineer called Philip Schneider worked for the US government with high-level security clearance, and claimed that in 1979 he was working on the base when he came face-to-face with a gray and accidentally started an intergalactic war. It's likely that this photo was taken before that incident. Number 9. Lincoln National Forest alien. The Lincoln National Forest incident was an alleged crash of a UFO and the recovery of a gray-like extraterrestrial being in Lincoln National Forest, New Mexico that took place in March or April 2016. The creature was photographed next to a group of soldiers and taken to a more secure location after being found. However, it wasn't long before the entire case was declared as a hoax. The alien in the picture was actually taken from an episode of the popular TV series The X-Files, in which a woman played the role of the alien who crash-landed in Roswell in 1947. Number 8. Alien Autopsy. Throughout this video, we've talked several times about the Roswell incident, so here we go again. One more time, we have found another visual document which supposedly shows a humanoid alien after the famous Roswell crash. British entrepreneur Ray Santilli claimed that in 1992 he obtained a 17-minute black and white film from a retired US military cameraman which showed a secret medical examination of an alien by the United States military. In 2006, Santilli admitted the film was not authentic, but rather a staged reconstruction of footage he claimed to have viewed in 1992. He also said that clips of the original autopsy also appear interspersed among the restaged clips. Do you believe that? Number 7. Shaking hands with a soldier. According to Spanish paranormal research site Aminoaps, this photo of an extraterrestrial shaking hands with a soldier comes from the Dulce base in New Mexico sometime before 1978, when tensions within the base between aliens and the US military came to a head. According to Thomas Costello, an ex-Dulce security officer, the small Greys and the US government had reached an agreement that would allow the Greys to use American citizens in their research. This photo may not show the actual moment we came to that decision, but it does show how swell the relations were in the early to mid-70s. Number 6. Bodies of aliens from a UFO crash. The photo looks to have been taken on a secret base where 6 different bodies of aliens are being kept in cold storage. But for what purpose? The origin of this photograph is unknown. It perked up the ears of paranormal researchers everywhere who wondered where it could have come from. Like many alien mysteries, it may never be solved. Number 5. Alien hand on the Mars rover. In 2015, footage from Mars rover Curiosity came back to NASA. And while most of the photos showed just big red rocks, one image offered something a bit spookier. The picture in question features what looks to be an alien hand with claw-like fingers just on the left side of the picture. Suspiciously, part of the image next to the claws is blurred out, where the part of the hand and part of the arm would be. Many ufologists believe this to be the real deal, but some skeptics feel like they're dealing with a simple optical illusion. And you? Which side are you on? Number 4. Alien frozen in the snow. In 2011, a video of what appears to be an alien corpse thrown from a downed UFO started to circulate online. The video, which originated in Russia, follows 2 men out for a walk outside of Irkutsk, Russia at the crash's aftermath. As they investigate the crash site, they discover a figure with large black eyes and an open mouth and appears to be badly disfigured. The Russian Interior Ministry revealed that the clip was actually a hoax. Some students built up the alien by using breadcrumbs which were covered in chicken skin. But some viewers weren't convinced by the official explanation, asking, how are you going to shape the body perfectly like that if it's fake? Number 3. The Solway Firth Spaceman. The Solway Firth Spaceman is a supposed mystery figure captured in a photograph taken by amateur photographer Jim Templeton in 1964 on a marsh near Solway Firth in Cumbria, England. I took 3 pictures of my daughter Elizabeth in a similar pose, and was shocked when the middle picture came back from Kodak displaying what looks like a spaceman in the background, he claimed. After taking the photo to the police, the Cumberland News picked up the story, and within hours it was all over the world. Nevertheless, according to journalist and writer David Clark in 2014, The Spaceman is most likely Templeton's wife Annie, who was present at the time and was seen on other photographs taken that day. Number 2. Boyd Bushman's Area 51 alien. Boyd Bushman was an ex-high-level military employee with an incredibly decorated career. After his time in the military, he held senior positions with Lockheed Martin and had an all-around really cool life. But before he died in 2014, he began to make the rounds of the paranormal talk circuit and show off pictures of aliens who had allegedly been recovered from Roswell and other sites of UFO crashes. There are plenty of skeptics who don't believe Bushman, but his photographs do look very convincing. Number 1. Valiant Thor. If you've never heard about Commander Valiant Thor from Venus, then you're about to hear one of the weirdest government conspiracies ever told. Commander Valiant Thor was a Venusian looking like a human who was sent to Earth to stop humanity from wiping each other out by following a nuclear war. He worked for the US government for some time in the 1950s before leaving in his spaceship 3 years later. This is the story told by Phil Schneider, a geologist and engineer, who said he had level 1 security clearance in secret government projects. Schneider said he met Thor, and he's not the only one to make such a claim. Dr. Frank Stranges wrote a book titled Stranger at the Pentagon about his alleged meeting with Thor. His main purpose on Earth was to help pursue knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. While aliens appeared in all manner of sci-fi and sensationalism in the early 20th century, only after the Roswell incident did the world see a surge of photos that may contain aliens. Most of these evidences were finally proved to be hoaxes and montages, but some of them continue being a mystery for the human race. If you are a great believer in aliens, then you should take a look at the following video, in which NASA will try to prove the existence of aliens.